She's a cancer survivor with a powerful message for women and the men who love them.
There's a lot of women that are living in fear, and we don't want to talk about it.
But tonight, she is in hopes of sparing others her pain. Sandy LaLonde never imagined she'd be battling cancer at just 32 years old.
But it was what she learned about her cancer that really stunned her. Our Dr. Frank McGeorge is here with Sandy's story. Doc?
Well, Devin and Kimberly, each year about 12,000 women in the U.S. are diagnosed with cervical cancer. Sandy LaLonde is one of them, and tonight she's hoping that sharing her story can help other women avoid this devastating diagnosis. It was the summer of 2015, and Sandy LaLonde of Livonia was having some unexplained bleeding and back pain. She saw her family doctor, but was too nervous to get the pap smear she recommended.
Like many of us do, I just waited and put it off.
But in the months that followed,
the symptoms just did not go away. They kept getting worse. In January of 2017, I made it a point to make that appointment. She said, "We have some bad news. Your high-risk HPV test came back positive." And I just remember saying, what do you even, I don't even know, what is that? What does that mean?
The response?
We're pretty sure that you have cervical cancer.
Sandy soon learned that most cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, known as HPV. HPV is the most common sexually transmitted infection in the U.S. Up to 80% of sexually active people will be infected in their lifetime. In most cases, the immune system is able to fight off the infection, but in some men and women, HPV causes cancer.
How am I sitting there at 33 and not knowing? I did not know the link between HPV and cervical cancer.
Sandy endured 8 rounds of chemotherapy, 25 rounds of external radiation, and 4 rounds of internal radiation. In a twist of fate, her father Kurt was diagnosed with melanoma. They supported each other during their treatments.
I've been extremely proud of her. Sandy's kept her attitude positive. She's been a leader for me. How can I get down? How can I complain when I watch Sandy go through her treatments that she went through?
Sandy is now cancer-free, but she's forever changed, mentally and physically.
Went through menopause at the age of 34. I'm not able to have children. There's not a day that goes by that you don't wake up and think about it. And just the constant fear of, is it going to come back?
Sandy is determined to make sure other women have the information she did not, and she's not alone.
I was really happy and lucky that I found a group called Survivor.
Sandy attended Survivor School in Florida and learned how to share her message with others. She wants women to know they need regular pap tests at least every 3 years starting at age 21. Women over age 30 should have an HPV test and a pap. Sandy also wants parents to educate themselves about the HPV vaccine, which can prevent HPV and the related cancers in girls and boys.
I felt an immense amount of personal responsibility as far as making sure this doesn't happen to somebody else. Maybe had I watched a news segment like this, that probably could have made a difference to me.
Now, January is Cervical Cancer Awareness Month, and Sandy says if just one woman schedules an exam after seeing this, or if one parent decides to ask their child's doctor about the HPV vaccine, she will consider that a success.
Yeah, those exams are so important, and catching it early as well.
Exactly.
I bet she'll get that wish, too. All right, Frank.